Welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. I'm getting severe deja vu here because this car, as you may know, belongs to Lube.
Yeah, I got itchy feet again.
So
we go car shopping.
I think about a month ago we were polishing down and coating your RS4, and today we're polishing down and coating Lou's new Golf R estate. And Lou, quite rightly, has bought food supplies.
And drinks.
So let's have a look at the car. So Lou has washed this and clayed it down, but we've got to wash it because it does, it's just picked up a bit of dirt on the last few days, so it's got to be cleaned. You can't. It looks like we're going to clean an already clean car, but we can't polish it unless we go in and wash it. So that's step one, is just wash it down safely because we don't want to scratch it up. So we're going to pre-wash it. We are going to use the Wax is Dead Snow Foam and the Wax is Dead Shampoo. What fragrance have we got? Got different fragrances. I think that's the apple one, maybe. Then we're going to dry the car off, and then we're going to polish it. And we're going to use dual action polishers, the Rupes Mark III and the DeVault, and we'll use the Rupes LHR 75, HLR 75, and the Flex PXE. If we come across any deep scratches, I'll just be handy to have some coarse compound on the wall, but we're going to be doing most of it on Rupes yellow foam with their fine cut. And once we've got the paintwork nice, we're then going to degrease it all down, and we're going to be applying this stuff. The Wax is Dead Quick Cure. Why? Because we want to get the car coated in a day. This coating dries to full cure in 1 hour's time, gives you 18 months protection. I've used it before. We'll talk about it later on when we put it on, but it's really rapid to get it on and get it cured, especially if it's going to rain later on. That's really important. We're also going to protect Lou's seats with this fabric sealant because they're nice condition, so that will stop them staining up if you spill coffee on them or anything like that.
Don't drink coffee in the car, but then the dog trashes the boot.
Don't say that. So let's do another take. So I'm a massive coffee drinker, John. That's going to come in really handy.
Oh, yeah. That will come in handy when you spill coffee in my car. Why would you be in my
the
car
dog
shop?
wheeze over it.
Oh, God, yeah. Don't get me started.
It will repel the wee and it will bounce up and hit the headliner. Okay, let's get started. Boom. Okay, we've rinsed off. Now we're ready to wash her down. Lou, do you want to grab one of these? We've got some hog's hair brushes. There's another one in there. So it's really clean. Ah, it's a nice day, Lou.
It is. It's going to get warm, actually.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, about 14, 15 degrees, which caught me out yesterday on the dog walk.
Did it?
Yeah, I dressed up because I thought it was cold, and then I walked up.
Not in pantomime stuff.
With my drag stuff.
It's wearing his Batman outfit, walking the dog.
Give him a little cape as well. Yeah, and then I got quite hot. But then I'm quite unfit, so.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to say anything, Lou. It's hard for people to get the level of fitness I've got. So,
yeah, there is that,
don't like to intimidate the amateurs.
The body is a temple, isn't it?
It is, mate. Temple of Doom. So we're just brushing out all the rubbers. Door handle, because there might be little bits of dirt in there. This brush is so nice and soft, you haven't got to worry about it kind of scratching the paint. So on a clean car, it's ideal. With a dirty car, you bust the hog's hairs out. If the hog's hair doesn't do it, you're in trouble. Even all this is all clean. We don't need Phillips suds. Yeah, it's all good. Feels good. If they're all this clean, life would be so much better. Okay guys, so the car is washed and dried, and inside we're just going to have a look at some of the things we've got to deal with. So we've got some fine marring on the surface. Lou, do you want to see this?
Yeah. What, here?
Well, yeah, just fine swirls everywhere, which is completely normal. There's a little cluster of them somewhere. There's some touch up. Yeah, so what we're going to do is take the sanding daisy and just flatten that down, take all that paint off the top, and then we'll buff that out with wool beforehand. There's a deeper scratch there.
Yeah, there's some here as well if you come. Well, they just swells actually.
Yeah, a bit of marring. It's all no real chips though, so it's all tidy up. Oh, there's some deeper ones there.
Bug splatter.
Yeah, so you wash it as well. You take off all the stuff.
Yeah, here you go. There's a little collection just there. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Someone's had a little hand buff at something there. That's quite dense swirling.
I'll show you some other bits I've noticed
But it's
as well.
ideal for a light cut. So the bonnet looks okay. That'll polish up really nice.
Got stuff here. God knows how that's come up there.
What is that? It looks unusual, that does. Okay, hopefully that'll just cut out.
And then there was a section here where it looked like somebody had a go at buffing it as well, like on here somewhere. There's a whole selection of them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All along here. So
Yeah.
I tried to hand polish that out, but obviously hand polishing doesn't really.
There's a
cut
fine scratch that goes all the way along here, and I think that looks like a little bit machine marring on the top because it's kind of circular. So they've probably tried to buff it.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's been buffed by hand to take that fine scratch out, but we'll just polish over that.
And then.
Yeah, you can see it, can't you, on the camera?
If you come like to the back here, there's a fine collection of scratches, and then certainly like here.
I think a lot of this is clay marring as well, though.
Yeah, well, this was here when I brought the car. These little
We'll go over that.
imperfections, yeah. But it's 4 years old. It's been used.
Yeah, the main thing is there's no chips really. No. There was a scratch. Oh, wasn't there? There's a little. There's a little touch up there. Yeah, or is it a touch up? Don't know. I'll just polish that. This bit always gets scuffed up, but that's not too bad.
These are only stuck on these number plates as well.
Are they? It's all right.
Yeah.
We'll debadge that.
Yeah, that's the dealer.
Then we've got
dealer logo.
Something there that'll hopefully polish off. Oh, there's some sandy marks there. Look.
Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like the original paint though. But yeah, there's definitely some sanding marks along there. There's some deeper scratches. But I tell you, it's nothing bad. This is just all the stuff on the surface.
What about on the roof bars? You've got like this staining. Don't know if you can see that on the
That's
camera.
bare metal, so that's great.
Yeah.
So you can use a metal polish. We can go over that with white diamond, and that. No, they look fine.
Nice. I didn't know if this was like.
It's
it's
condensation.
watermarks, is it?
Yeah.
It looks like these white watermarks here as well, almost like a TFR staining. But
Probably, yeah. A little bit of polish will take those off.
Nice.
Yeah, the roof's all good. Rails will get in the way a little bit. Yeah, some deep scratches. That's okay. Lovely paint though. I love the way it flecks up.
Yeah, I do as well. It's going to look great once we've done.
Yeah, we just need to give it a good polish
Don't know about here as well. I wonder if those are kind of like where the car's been worked on, like when it's been serviced, if they've leant over with.
No, that looks to me like someone's sitting on the wing.
Yeah.
You know, like when you turn around and you sit on the wing.
What, with jeans kind of thing?
Probably, yeah, little short sort of scratches. So yeah, that's the point where your derriere hits. But generally, it's okay. Nice. So let's start by using this to take out that. So you can see here we've just flattened off that, so when we buff it we haven't got the big blob of paint now. Just got a couple of divots that haven't been filled when they did the touch up, but it'll look a lot better. It'll look more like this when it's been buffed, so when you're back you won't be able to see that, which is good. And that's really that. So let's just go over that with the wool. Just point it down into this. There you go, Lou. Now those touch-ups are looking half decent.
Very nice.
When we go over it with the fine, we'll just, you know, you haven't got the big blobs of paint.
No,
you get a bit of polish going into the holes, unfortunately, but there's not much we can do about that.
But this car's never going to be perfect. It's a daily.
Yeah.
It's used. Oh yeah, that looks much better.
Yeah.
Thanks. I don't know if that's coming out well on a camera.
Well, you run your finger over it now, and you can't feel the big lumps of paint. They just dabbed it on, so.
Oh, that's nice.
You should always flatten it down, really, unless or polish it, buff off the crest. Whereas they instead of just putting a little bit of paint in the dip, it's a big blob and crown of paint. So you just rub it with the daisy so you can't really feel it, and then buff it out with wool to get rid of all the sanding marks, and then we'll polish it with the fine cut.
Nice. Well, yeah, no one wants to see your face, do they? Oh, we're recording.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Right. Okay, guys, so just giving the pad a little prime. I've shaken the Jesus out of this. And I just want to see what the first set goes like. So we've got the flex lights. That's just going to help us kind of see what we're doing. Get the cable out of the way. Get the light where I can see. There we go. And I'm just going to do a test set here. She's got a bit of bird poo marring in it and all that sort of good stuff. And you know how we roll. We just dab the polish out. We want a nice wet start because this pad is dry, so it's going to suck a bit of this up. We'll spread it at speed 1. Put the cord on our shoulder so it doesn't twang against the paintwork. And away we go. So we're probably going to do about, you're supposed to not really, these polishes are supposed to have low processing time, so not massively slow sets, so just probably 4 passes, a little bit of pressure down, and sort of speed 4.5 would be good. Oh, it's flat.
quite wet.
Right, we'll leave that splattering of the polish in there because
Well, it's going all over the car anyway, isn't it?
shit happens. But
Why did that happen? Was that
it's just
just
too much product?
Yeah.
Where I kind of over primed it, so we want to tidy that up before it dries. You know, whereas that's really where you get polish, like in your rubbers and stuff like that. So just mop that up. Right, there we go. Now let's buff this off and have a look, see what we've got paint wise. Okay, some deeper scratches there that we haven't got out. It's nice to buff this stuff.
Yeah. Looks nice from here for a first pass.
Yeah, just some deeper scratches here. So let's show everyone what we see.
Yeah,
so can you bring me that light?
What your little...
The little one, yeah. So
Here it is.
paintwork is much better. So this is what we had kind of before. And now this is what we got kind of now.
Very nice.
So it's doing the job. But
yeah,
down here, yeah, look, there's some
just
deep
here.
scratches. So what I'll do, we want to get things like this out because, you know, they're not that deep. So if we take the wool, go over those and then, you know, refine that out again. So perhaps what we should do is go around the car and just mark off with the chalk marker any deep scratches so we're not working backwards and doing the light cut and then having to do the heavy cut and then finish out the light cut. So I'll go around and take out any little kind of deeper ones. But we know that essentially that's going to give us kind of what we want. So it should be pretty easy.
Yeah, very nice.
You at top speed?
Yeah.
Nice technique, Lou. Stay off that edge.
Yeah?
Stay off the edge.
Okay.
That's it now. When you come back, just go up and down in little kind of, that's it. they're deep fuckers.
Yeah.
Those. I think if you hit it with the wool and it doesn't take it out, really. Yeah, well, you can do set after set after set, but we won't get it all done. So.
No, it's looking good as it is.
Yeah. It's done and coated, it's going to look lovely.
Oh, yeah.
Okay guys, so about 3.5 hours, 4 hours in, and we've turbo polished the car, and we haven't used tape, so we need to go around the car and really just tidy up and do a final. Looks good on camera, but just like pop the bonnet up, wipe all around the edges, wipe everything out with a panel wipe, get it really, really clean, and then we'll put the coating on. So we're going to do the wipe down now. So we just panel wiped the car down. We are now ready to get the coating on, Lou.
So tell me about this coating, John.
So this is a 1 hour cure. So it's ideal. If you put coatings on at home, you haven't got a garage, you're worried about it raining. This coating cures in 1 hour. It lasts 18 months and it goes on very, very easy, as you're about to see.
Sounds like perfect for a daily car, because I've got to take this home later and I've probably got to use it over the weekend.
You'll be able to drive it, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You get the applicator with it.
Oh, that's nice.
And the cool thing is, it's not a 30ml coating, it's a 50ml bottle. And you can use that foam thing, so you can actually hold the coating on your bonnet if you don't have like a work surface here, which is handy. You can use this on trim, you can use it on alloy wheels, you can use it on glass. We're going to be using it on paintwork here. And you get enough to do everything on your car. Which is crazy. You could probably do 2 cars with it, or if you're going to do all your plastics and your alloy wheels and all your glass, you've definitely got enough in one bottle, which is really cool.
This applicator's nice. This is like a really soft fleece, and then I think this is a nice touch as well.
Yep.
Got like this little bands you put your fingers
It's
on.
good for the intricate areas as well.
Yeah, I don't feel like that's gonna come off, or I'm gonna drop that.
It's nice and
pretty good.
It's nice and smooth. So we'll get going with the coating now. So application is this simple, guys. Shake the bottle, take the lid off. We've got a nice clean pile of microfiber cloths here. Put your fingers through the applicator. Dribble a good amount of the product on there. You don't need to saturate it, but a good amount of ceramic. Put the lid back on so it's not vaping out. I'm going left-handed here. We're going to split a large panel like the bonnet in 2. So what I can do is I put a strip down the middle, and I can just work that strip out. So I've got fresh material, and it's so slidey and easy to apply. You just got to make sure you get it over the entire panel, that's all.
Very potent smelling.
Yeah. It so.
Is it nice and slick?
Yeah, it's sliding. And I'll get you to buff it actually, Lou.
Yeah, sure.
Because the cool thing about this is the buff. Having that one line of the initial application down there is a handy little trick, because as you work your way down the panel and you're taking material off here, every time you go over the middle, you pick up some more material. So,
What's the flash time?
well, you leave it 10 to 15 seconds and then you can buff it. You haven't got to worry about, like, if you're longer than that, it's absolutely fine. So, and it's not going to start tacking up as you're spreading it. So after you've applied it over the panel, count to 15 seconds and then just buff it. And as you buff it, it will start slickening up, which is the nice bit about it. Okay, I need to just do this piece as well. Right, there we go. So let's count to 15.
Yeah, well.
Oh, you haven't got the gloves, so I'll do the first buff. You can do the next one if you like.
Yeah, sure.
So 10.
Well, I think you're about 15 seconds on that first bit already.
Plus or minus a second.
Yeah.
And then all we do is just lightly, gently, we're just trying to level the coating out. I'm not trying to sort of buff hard. Just make sure I've got a clean finish. Because it bonds, you know, it starts bonding immediately. So you're just leaving that thin layer down. You want to get the light on it as well, just to make sure we haven't got any high spots. Good thing about this coating as well, you're never going to need to wet sand it or anything like that. If you do leave a footprint of microfiber in it, just a finishing polish is going to tidy up any areas, and then you can degrease and recoat those areas. So it's almost like applying like a wet sealant. You know, it's so easy. And now I'm starting to feel the paintwork get really slick, which is nice. And that's it.
It's looking very shiny from
It's
here.
very easy to apply, Luke. It's not going to take long to get around this car.
No.
And then in 1 hour you can drive it.
Brilliant.
Cut. Okay. That's it. Work horizontal through that strip that you've put down now, starting from the top. And that little top ledge between the rubber, you know, that's it, yeah.
That's quite pretty easy.
Smooth, isn't it?
Yeah. Easier than waxing. Just a bit there.
And now if you go up and down, it just make sure there's no little like bits that have been missed.
It's good that it's not like drying on the panel particularly quickly either.
No.
So it's giving you time to.
I just like the way it slicks up when you buff it.
Yeah.
So you just lightly buff out, you know, like the film until you get like a nice slick feeling. And when it looks, you've got a good finish, you know, and there's not any wet bits that you've missed, you're done.
There we are.
So, here you go. You want this cloth here? That's it, a nice gentle buff. Just make sure you haven't, where the microfiber might have ceramic, you might dab some on the glass. So
Yeah.
when you finish buffing it, just get a clean side and then just wipe along there. Okay guys, so now we're applying the Wax is Dead fabric sealant. These seats are in immaculate condition. I'll just show you. Really, really nice. We vacuumed them out. And this is going to soak into the fabric, and it's basically going to help repel stuff and keep the seats stain free. How do you use it? You liberally spray it into all the fabrics, work it in with a cloth. I'm going to use a clean glove and allow it to cure for 12 hours. We're going to cover the car. I've got some plastic seats we can put over the top, so you'll be able to drive it by this evening. So here we go. Do you want to? I'll just show you. Oh, let's get the. There we go. Right. Okay. Just going to work panel by panel. Put my mask on. Oh, sorry. And just brush it in. That's it. Work it into the fabric. That's the shadow of the steering wheel, by the way. So there we go. Let's put a little bit along here. Work that in. Okay, you just want to be able to feel the dampness of it, so you know all the fibres have got the protectant in it. There we go. Work that in. It's the areas really where the driver's seat's going to be the main culprit. So now I'm going to do the fabric portion of the driver's seat. There we go. Okay, work that in. Okay, and now I'll do those bolsters, that bolster, that bit there, and the headrest. Okay guys, so it's literally 4.5 hours later, which has to be a record in turbo polishing. And we have coated the car. We've got the fabric protection inside the car. We've dressed the alloy wheels. The next step is how do you maintain this going forward? And that's even easier. Now, this kit here, Lou, you buy it from the Wax's Dead store, wash it with a pH neutral shampoo that comes with it. If you want to do a spray and buff with like an SiO2 spray, use their regen. So you can use that. That's basically a ceramic detail spray, and that will add up all the beadage, make the sacrificial layer and all that sort of stuff. But if you're feeling really lazy, wash it with a ceramic foam. So wash the car down first with the pH neutral shampoo, and go over it. Put some of that in your snow foam, Lance. Follow the instructions. And then rinse it off, and the whole car will be beaded. The glass, the wheels, the everything.
Nice.
Don't put it on the inside, just the exterior. And we've got the Wax's Dead fabric thing. And if you later on you want to do your trim, you can, clean the engine bay down, do all the trim with this stuff. You can do your alloy wheels with it as well, but Wax's Dead will sell you like Heat, which is a dedicated wheel sealant, and they've got a 7-year coating. So I think wheels using a heavier one personally is the way to go. So what did you think of the coating?
Yeah, really good. Really easy to use, really slick to apply, and then really slick to buff as well.
It's silky, isn't it?
Yeah, and actually what's interesting is you could see the gloss developing as you buffed it, which sounds really weird. You kind of need to see it to know what we mean. But there are certainly sections of the car we'd buffed with the ceramic, and others we hadn't, and there was a definite difference.
Yeah, it glosses up, doesn't it?
In gloss, yeah.
So yeah, I'm really happy because I think, should we reverse the car out now and then we'll have a look at it out in the sunlight and look. I don't think we've got any high spots, but we'll examine it in daylight, which always gives us. Oh, who left that there? Which always gives us a better view. So Lou's going to bring it out now, but look, you can see the gloss on it. It's got that nice, just that nice shine. I think it's superb. Got a bit of polish there I'm going to take out. It's right in between the tail light. That's from not using tape. That's looking really good. What a beautiful car, isn't it? I love the colour. I love the alloys. Colour's nice and dark, but it's got a metallic thing going on to it. And you can see that's not a big smear, that's the cloud. So I think when there's two of you, you can really crack through this, but it did help that it was in pretty good condition. So as always, guys, I'm walking into things today.
We've missed a bit there.
Don't say that, Lou. As always, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you later. Great ending, John. I'm on fire today.
That looks stunning, John.
Thank you, Lou. It's your hard work, Lou. And it's a good job it cures in 1 hour because it's pouring down with rain. And it's beading up nicely. And the car feels all protected, which is a nice, warm feeling. Okay, Lou, it's going to get filthy dirty on the way home, though.
I know, right? How annoying.
Holding on to what I knew, but the moment's gone. Where was I when you